Yo, what's good, Sleepy fam? It's Ron again, and in this demo, we're going to be looking at the MIDI possibilities for Hypno 2. MIDI is awesome for breaking out your favorite controls and even allows you to sequence and arrange audio visuals when using a MIDI sequencer. Hypno 2 has two radios, so it can act as a wired MIDI host, a wireless Bluetooth MIDI central, wireless Bluetooth MIDI peripheral, all at the same time. Hypno 2 is automatically mapped to 3 MIDI channels. Channel 16 controls the master, while channels 1 and 2 control the 2 tracks in the engine. All the controls are numbered left to right and take up about half of the control changes, aka CCs, available in each channel. If you're not sure which CC to use, open the mod menu and check out this label, which will tell you that parameter's CC number. There are also some charts on docs.sleepycircuits.com. Program changes are not implemented yet, but if you have an idea on how this would best work with your setup, please let us know on forum.sleepycircuits.com. In this demo, we will try out MIDI with a MIDI controller, a smartphone, Ableton Live, and then the MPC Live 3. First, let's try the wired configuration. Just plug in your controller, like so. You'll see a pop-up, and then you can try using the control changes. And as you can see, now we're controlling the mixer here on the screen. Now, let's unplug and try using Hypno as a Bluetooth MIDI central device. Is make sure that the Bluetooth is on in the settings. If you see the little Bluetooth icon solid blue like that, that means it is on. If it is white, that means it is off. Mezzz can be then turned on, and you will see a pop-up that lets you know that there is a new MIDI device nearby. If you hit yes, the Mezzz will make a small vibration, and now you should be able to control the parameters normally. Let me see if I can tweak the mixer. A lot of the time, I prefer to leave Mezzz open on channel 16, page 0, for the mixer page. So that's always at the ready, while I could be tweaking parameters of other channels on the Hypno itself. But wait, there's more. Hypno 2 also features an additional radio inside that is capable of being a Bluetooth MIDI peripheral. This is particularly useful when using Hypno with a phone, like this one, a laptop, or other Bluetooth MIDI compatible hardware, such as this MPC Live 3 that I've been rocking lately. First, let's try connecting our smartphone. Here I've opened TouchOSC, a wonderful app from Hexler that allows you to make custom MIDI controller surfaces on your phone. But, of course, you can use any similar app that sends MIDI. While this app is not required, I really do enjoy using it and making my own layouts, so I thought I'd feature it here. First, let's make sure that the Bluetooth is on and then get connected from the menu. Bluetooth is on. You will feel a small vibration coming from the Hypno 2 when the connection is made. Here I have a simple fader bank set up with the CCs just going from 1 to the right, add in +1, +1, +1. And now I should be able to control my different channels via the sliders. As you can see, I'm now controlling a bunch of different parameters all at the same time and moving the picture along. Then, over here, I've made up a preset page, which is basically just a bunch of MIDI notes on one page. With this, what I can do is I can find presets that I like, hold that, check out this little line. As it gets to the end, you'll see that you've saved a preset. Here, let me open up a different preset and save it to another slot. And now I can recall these presets wirelessly, simply by tapping onto any of these little squares. This setup is particularly useful if you've got Hypno set up at a party and you need to walk away for a second to eat snacks. Since you'll probably have the phone anyway, you can always use it to control Hypno remotely in a pinch. Alright, now let's try something a little more involved. Say you're in the studio and you've set out to create an audio-visual composition. Here I have my MPC Live 3. So let's get into the menu and see if we can connect it wirelessly to the Hypno. Just go into the settings. I have it as a shortcut over here, but you can also find it in the menu. Go preferences, find the Bluetooth section. You're going to want to turn on the Bluetooth, and then you'll see Sleepy Hypno 2 right here in the available devices. Just hit that, hit pair, and then the Hypno will make a small vibration and you'll be connected wirelessly. Once that is done, we should be able to see Hypno 2 as a MIDI source. I think I already have something set up here. I've made a new track, the MIDI track, called a Hypno 2, and then found the Sleepy Hypno 2 as one of the MIDI output ports, and I've set that up to send MIDI to Hypno. And now we should be able to save and recall presets as we see fit. Just like with the phone, if I hit one of these pads, you're going to see something recall on there. And now I can sort of finger drum these different presets, or then sequence them into the sequencer aligned with my audio. The way I like to organize this in the new MPC is to use the awesome new clip launcher. With this, you can set up a bunch of clips. So if I hit start over here, where you can have drum beats going on the left on one channel, and then different Hypno 2 patches going on the other one. So I can launch clips in one row in order to get an aligned recall of not only the drum pattern that I've set up in this row, but also the visual that I've set up in this, column. So then you can just hit play on a scene, and then you can play whatever you've got laid out left to right in the clip section here in the awesome Matrix mixer. Of course, you can also put MIDI notes into the arranger and trigger it that way, or even use the automation lanes in order to draw in CC curves that you then can send to any of the MIDI parameters on the Hypno. There's a lot of possibilities there, and basically this means that Hypno 2 allows you to very easily to start creating audiovisual compositions on your MPC Live. Now let me show you how you can do the same thing with a digital audio workstation such as Ableton. First, make sure that your Bluetooth is on, and then you're going to want to go to Audio MIDI Setup. Once you're in here, you'll see it go into the window, and then you're going to want to show MIDI Studio. In MIDI Studio, there's a small Bluetooth icon right there that you should be able to hit, which will open this window. Scroll to the bottom, and then you should see your Sleepy Hypno 2 here on the list. Hit connect, and now you should be able to use Hypno 2 as a source in Ableton. So let's go into the settings, and then make sure that we have all these checkbox clicked for the output. The input actually doesn't matter because we're actually outputting right now to the Hypno. So turn on all the checkboxes just in case. And then I'm going to make sure that we're getting MIDI output to Sleepy Hypno 2. And now we're going to be able to send MIDI notes. So I should be able to control Hypno once I hit the record with the different MIDI notes. So you can see I just recall the different preset. Or I could then hold that key to save a preset. And now if I play that note in Ableton, I'm going to be able to recall that preset anytime I want, whether it's on the clip view, just like in the MPC, or inside of the arranger here. If you want to control the CCs, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to set up a clip and make it send CCs out. So once you open the clip, you're going to want to go into envelopes and then hit this little drop down and choose MIDI control. Then you can pick the best CC. So let's say I wanted to use channel 2 and zoom industry in and out. What we're going to do is we're going to hit the little label, see what CC it is. This is CC1, so that actually equates to the modulation wheel. And so now, based on the output of this clip, we can add some points to make it go back and forth. Once we play the clip, we should now be getting some modulation. And then we're going to want to pick the correct channel in order to get the effect that we want. So here, as you can see, we were selected on channel 1, which is not visible. But now, as you can see, this clip envelope is controlling this video right here. inside of Hypno 2. You can imagine that you can then draw more complex curves for any of the CCs, and this way you can arrange not only your audio, but full-on audio-visual compositions inside of Ableton. In order to record this then, what we can do is we can actually then go to OBS. You can route the audio internally to an internal sound card, and then in OBS, we can set up an audio input capture to then listen to that sound card. Another thing that you should know is that Hypno 2 also sends out NDI video. So if Hypno 2 is connected to the same network as your computer, you can use that same computer to view or record the video output alongside the audio. If you download the NDI plugin, and this is a little different based on your OS, so just look up how to do that. It's pretty straightforward though most of the time, and then you'll be able to pull up the feed, sometimes with a slight delay since we're using Wi-Fi at the moment, in order to record it here in OBS, which is what we're doing right now. And that way you can combine the audio and video at the same time, so your Ableton can be streaming into OBS and you'll have a finished music plus video. Awesome. If you're doing a final recording though, I do highly recommend using a wired connection because as you can see, since we're using Wi-Fi, there's a bit of a delay. So if you use the Ethernet jack on the side of Hypno and plug it in with an adapter into your computer, you will get the best quality and latency, of course. So that'll make sure that everything is synced up perfectly and you don't need to do any post-processing. Otherwise, you can set delays into different devices in OBS and see if you can line that up that way. And now you should be all set to make audio visuals with Hypno 2. You can use Mezzz as a wireless CC controller or connect your phone to it to make a custom controller of your own. MIDI integration allows you to control Hypno 2 with almost anything, and even turn your favorite music sequencer into a creative video editor to make complex and very specific audio visuals. So whether you're synthesizing something completely original or reimagining your existing music videos for an upcoming show, Hypno 2 is sure to take your performances to the next level. So pick up Hypno 2 today on our website at sleepycircuits.com. Thank you so much for listening, and stay sleepy, my friends.